Welcome back. You're watching Hard Copy, coming to you from our studios in Abuja. Our guest tonight is President of the Nigerian Medical Association, Professor Mike Ogirima. Now, why is it difficult to attract investment into Nigeria's healthcare sector?
Well, the economic climate is not stable. Then, for us living in the country, there are no facilities to attract private investors. One, you can't have a loan to set up a hospital or to equip. Thank God, Dangote has made some facilities available through Bank of Industry. You can go there now and take a limited amount of money to show up your equipment as a practitioner. So until we get favorable condition for business to thrive, until we get some waiver, NMA, under my leadership, advocated seriously for specific bank of health infrastructure or health industry. Particularly of recent, we have putting up some MOU to Bank of Industry, if at least they can set up a directorate to provide and monitor facilities for medical, practice.
Well, we see increasingly that a lot of diagnostic centers are coming into the country. They have affiliations with other diagnostic centers in India, in South Africa. Why is it easier for diagnostic companies to set up and, standard hospitals cannot be set up here when medical tourism seems to be on the increase in Nigeria?
Government must encourage people to set up. Government, as at now, is not doing anything much about encouraging the locals to set up, medical practice. The truth about foreigners coming, that, for example, the Indians, they were at our level maybe some 20 to 30 years ago. But because of brain drain to the Western world, they acquired the technology. And right now they are producing their own technology within India, cheaper. And there is a drift now from the West to access health in India. So they are aggressive about it. For us in the country, is the government encouraging us enough to develop our local technology? No.
Now, let me quickly take you back to your speech at the conference. One of the achievements which you listed was that your tenure witnessed one of the shortest National Association of Resident Doctors strike. You say you're able to do this through constructive mediation. Why would you say that mediation failed before now?
Well, because before now, government, each time doctors have issues with government, they don't listen. They don't come in on time. If there's a notice of strike or industrial action, they would drag. But this time around, where there is a notice of industrial action, what I did was to reach out to the authorities and say, look, there is a problem at hand like this. We should not allow our junior doctors to go on strike. And
you have already said you don't support strikes.
I don't support. I don't like it. I don't like it. And no doctor of my type should like strike.
So do you also think it boils down to the preference of the person at the helm of affairs at a particular time?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think, yes, the minister listened to us. Of course, it's the only connection we have to the ruling government. So he, too, because he was an activist in those days, he knows the implication of threatening to go on strike. So as we approached him, he was readily available to listen to.
Which, for me, from what you are saying, seems to be boiling down to the personalities of those that they help with affairs. But let me quickly take you to this one where you talked about extending hands of fellowship to other practitioners. Yeah. You said this at your conference.
Yeah. Of course.
Now, just a moment. Let's quickly play that.
To other health professionals and many stakeholders in the health sector, we salute, in particular, the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. When you say JOHESU, it means Joint Health Sector Union. It's an illegal body. Quote me. I think you guys have quoted me before. You have quoted me before. It is illegal because it is not registered. Membership of that body includes the pharmacists, in fact, all other health workers, excluding medical doctors. We are not saying we are excluded, and that's what makes it illegal. But they are full of envy, rivalry, and lies. Just yesterday, their leadership came to the air to attack doctors. This strike they are planning for tomorrow or today is against medical doctors. It's preventing them from...
Well, so you said that in that track, sadly you couldn't hear the first part, you said you're extending a hand of fellowship to other practitioners and you commended the President of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria. But then in the second track, you seem to be antagonizing the association called JOHESU. Yeah. How is that extending a hand of fellowship when you issue such a statement when they are threatening to go on strike?
Yes, we have engaged them. We have, shortly when I came in as NMA president, I made a call to their leadership of various associations under the health sector. And in particular, the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria bought the idea that we must narrow the gap because of crisis here and there, rivalry. We must, come around, and discuss.
How successful was that?
It was successful. Particularly, we both were, invited to America, and we saw how they cohabit, the various professions under the health sector cohabit and collaborate. So we said we have to duplicate such things here. And with time, we even organized this annual doctors' games, and we were inviting them, particularly the one in Jalingo in 2017. Most of them.
But you seem to have thrown all of that out the door now with this statement.
Of course.
With this...
Because...
accusing them of envy and jealousy.
Sure. Because it's as if our call is not reaching all of them, and most of them are not accepting that call. In the light of that, what do you think? Do you think the NMA has a role in ending the rivalry that currently exists in the healthcare sector? We have a role because their major point was that they were left behind when our remunerations were increased. And for now, we have, educated ourselves, and we are telling ourselves, yes, if we must be the leader of the health profession, we must develop that leadership potentials and qualities. In the last 3 months, we organized a joint security conference whereby we came up with security manual for health workers, not only for doctors. And I was happy. All of them were part of that conference. We involved them. So the next level was to say, okay, anytime there must be a remuneration crisis, doctor must carry everybody along and meet with the government collectively to bargain. The government should not be meeting individually with each profession. Well, we'll see how the next NMA president follows through with that particular plan, but we have to thank you most kindly for coming on Hard Copy, Professor Michael Ogirima. Thank you. Well, that's the program tonight, but please do send us a comment or two using the handles on your screen. If you miss any edition, channelstv.com is a place to catch up. Thank you for watching. I'm Malpe Ogun Yusuf. Good night.